All right, this is Ralph Conrad here on American Safari. I'm with Francis Mansfield today at the Hostel in the Forest, and we're just going to have a little conversation. How are you today?
I'm fine.
Fine? Having a good day?
Having a very good day.
What do you think of this place?
I think it's absolutely fabulous. It is just wonderful. It really is.
What brings you here?
I had a little brochure. I just took up hosteling as a hobby a couple of years ago. My granddaughter, she wanted to go to Australia because she'd spent a year of her high school in Australia and loved Australia. So I said, if we're going to Australia, I want to go. I'd been to Australia before, but if we're going to Australia, I want to go to New Zealand.
Okay.
So, okay. She really just wanted to go to Melbourne. That's all she really cared about. But anyhow, she drug her feet, and we had I hope she had as good a time. She seemed to. We had a marvelous time. We hosteled all through New Zealand. And this is my new hobby. I'm a member of International Hostel. I've stayed in as many hostels as I possibly could the past couple of years. The one in New York is absolutely marvelous. It's an there are no international hostels south of Virginia, but they're working on it.
Huh.
I've been getting a lot of stuff on my email, as a matter of fact, about the International Hostel is working on getting more hostels.
Now, what's
in Florida?
What is International Hostel?
It's an organization of hostels.
Okay.
International association. Probably better known to European youth than American youth.
Yeah, I know. There still is like a whole sub-genre of American kids that, after college or before college go over to Europe and do the backpacking thing.
Or they go to Southeast Asia.
Yeah.
I lived in Malaysia, and I used to run into kids down in the market and take them home with me, and, they could have a good hot shower. Well, hot shower. No, I didn't even have hot water. What am I saying? But anyhow, we had a hot water heater, but it never worked. But anyhow, they could have a good clean shower, and it was right on the equator anyhow. It was too darn hot to have hot water. But anyhow, they got themselves clean. And lots of kids, just particularly Europeans, but now some Orientals, even Chinese. Japanese. I had a Japanese, the hostel that I stayed in New York last fall. It was a dorm room for 12. And I had one roommate from Japan, 2 from Australia, 2 from Korea, 1 German, 1 French, from all over the world. And it's a way of meeting people and of sharing life from all over the world. That International Hostel in New York up near Columbia University is absolutely marvelous. I'd recommend it to anybody. It's completely different from this, but this is heavenly. This is like a little drop of heaven that has been just left alone. It's wonderful.
Yeah, there's definitely a big difference. Were you the hostel there? Is it on the island Manhattan? Or
yes, it's on Manhattan. It's at 103rd Street.
Okay.
And I knew the area because I went to Columbia University.
All right.
So I knew that it's 103rd in Amsterdam, I believe, and that's where I picked up my International Hostel card, and I will have it for the rest of my life.
Yes, I didn't know there was an association.
Yes, there is. And they are rather demanding, and I understand the reason that this one is not a member of International Hostel is they demand that you have to have all kinds of insurance, which is very expensive.
Right.
And I don't know what the ins and outs and the do's and don'ts are. But
you have to sign. That's why you have to sign the waiver when you get
right.
here. I guess somebody told me they wanted fences put around the ponds, and they had to do all kinds of things to get insurance. So the insurance
and I know
companies.
the man that owns it is a lawyer, so I guess he's trying to protect himself, but he's done a beautiful job of protecting this beautiful place. It's just wonderful.
It's a nice place.
I love it.
Well,
I'll be back.
You want to tell us a little bit about yourself, maybe a little bit about your life?
Well, I've been an actor since I was 2. I started when I was 2 years old. I was Peter Rabbit in a beautiful white chicken.
That's Frank. I've been calling him the abominable snow chicken.
The abominable snow. Oh my goodness. Well, he's gorgeous. As I say, I've been an actor since I was 2 years old. I finally wound up teaching theater. I got a master's degree in theater from the University of Miami, and just sort of accidentally fell into a job teaching theater. No, I started teaching theater before I even went to the University of Miami, so it wasn't something that started then. I started actually in the 50s teaching theater. I've always loved theater. And I'm still an actor, and I'm still available, so if anybody wants to hire me, please. I'm union, and I am strong union. I believe in the union. It's come to my aid several times in my life, and I'm grateful for it. I still pay my dues. And but if anybody wants to hire me, I'll be glad to work for you. So let me know. I've taught theater for 26 years, but I've always been an actor, and I still am. I love Tennessee Williams. I am Tennessee Williams' mother, you know.
No.
Oh, you know Glass Menagerie?
Yes.
Oh, well, I'm Amanda Wingfield from Glass Menagerie.
Really?
I got that role so ingrained in my soul that I think I could do it in my sleep. My son bemoans that, but it wasn't exactly Tennessee Williams' mother, but Amanda Wingfield in Glass Menagerie is pretty close to what Tennessee Williams' mother was. So that's me. But anything, I can try to do any character that you would like, within limits, of course.
Sure. Well, how about, you have a story or any kind of experience that stands out most to you?
Well, we lived in Africa a lot of our life, and probably one of the most traumatic experiences of my life, when I think of outstanding experiences of my life, was the day that someone came and told me that we were living in Guinea in West Africa, and someone came to my house and told me that Sekou Touré had gone into the Russian-built stadium and told the jeunesse, the National Guard, of just like our National Guard of the country, that if there was a coup in Guinea, go into the homes of the imperialists and slit their throats. Use their own butcher knives if necessary. Okay, my husband was downtown, 7 miles away. My children were at the American school, about also 7 miles away. I had no telephone. I had no way of communication. I knew nothing. And thank heavens, within, I'd say 15 or 20 minutes after I heard that story, the little yellow school bus drove up with my children in the bus. A few minutes later, my husband came home from downtown, from his office, and we were holly home free. We were at least home. But that is an outstanding experience. It was an outstanding, I guess it was a rather fearful experience, but it turned out okay. And of course the chargé in Guinea went to Pierre Graham, was his name, I just remember. The ambassador was not there. He went the next day and told the Ghanaian ministry, you can't do this. I mean, this is what are you doing, telling people to do such a thing? Oh, we didn't mean anything by it. This never made the American newspapers.
There's a lot of things that don't make the American newspapers.
You're right. A lot of things that don't make the American newspapers. And a lot of things that do. Some of them true and some of them not true.
Yeah.
So you never know. I'm not against the American newspapers. Lord knows they're in so much trouble. I love the American newspapers. The New York Times, the Christian Science Monitor, they're all in such trouble right now. But they're still there and still managing to be newspapers, so that's good.